Hi, welcome to VariYoga with Andrea. I hope you take time for yourself today. This is going to be a little more advanced class session. We'll start out on the floor doing some deep stretches, and then we're going to do some standing poses. So you care to join me, please do. And I know that a lot of you tell me this through emails and when you see me. It's so amazing. I love that you come up to me and say hello. It really makes a difference. It means that you're watching the show, and that is great. And then send me emails. Please do that, because then I forward them on to Jones Television, and it's just, we just keep it going. But today I want you to if you do tape the show, make sure you do today's show with a yoga mat. Yoga mats are important because they keep you from slipping and sliding around on the floor. This is from the Boulder Mat Company. I love these mats. They're eco-friendly, all different kinds of designs on them, and they are part of this. They sponsor my mat for me. So Boulder Mat Company out of Colorado, they're fabulous. So I'm seated here like this, sitting on my knee, sitting on my heels, knees bent, and if that's too difficult for you, sit on a pillow. Just grab a pillow from your couch and just sit on that between your knees and your heels, and see if you can do that with me. Just stretch out our knees a little bit. Be respectful to your knees, and if that's just not impossible for you, then sit with your legs to one side like this, your knees bent like this. If you can sit like that, you just experiment for yourself. That's what VariYoga is about, is to help the practice fit you. So it's one journey, many paths, and we have to change sometimes, even myself. Sometimes like there's poses I can't do because I've hurt myself or I'm stiff that day, and people are like, you ever get tired or hurt yourself or stiff? Well, yeah, I'm a human. I have a body. It doesn't always work the way I'd like it to. Yoga's helped it stay in a good place. So let's begin. I'm sitting here with you. Let your hands rest on your thighs and close your eyes for a minute. Just focus on your breath. When you close your eyes, you bring your awareness inward. You do that with me here, and just let the breath deepen into your torso, inhaling and exhaling a few times. And just notice, is there any place in your body right now that feels like it's holding tension? Could it be that space between your shoulder blades, right at the base of your neck? Is there a place in your legs or your hips? Any parts of your knees? How about your feet? Just pay attention, just notice. Good. And you can open your eyes. Sometimes I do that in class, we call it focusing. And if you did pinpoint someplace that was bothering you, then you can, at the end of the practice, see if it still is. So focusing is important. It becomes known also as body awareness, and yoga helps that a lot. Let's come to all fours. Bring your hands out in front of your shoulders a little bit, shoulder width apart. Try that with me. And your knees back. Good, you're on all fours. We're going to move into a pose called downward facing dog, and this is a sequence, a flow. And make sure you're barefoot, no socks. Turn your toes under and just lift the knees away from the floor. Downward dog. Good. And then you're going to bring your one leg up in the air. And then bring that knee to the floor up by your hands. And stretch the other leg straight back. Ooh, this is a stretch for your hips and your thighs. Good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands. You saw me move my hands right with my knee, and I'm going to fold over, bringing my head down. And then come back up, working the shoulders, the upper body, and then fold over again as you exhale, and come back up. And then one more time, fold again, good. See if you can bring your elbows right like this to the floor, and just rest here for a few breaths. Stretching deep into your hips. This is great stretch for your low back, for your sacrum, the SI joint, releasing tension in the hips. Good. And come back up with me and set your one hand on the floor. Bend the back knee. That's your straight leg. Bend that knee. Ooh. You'll feel this probably in the top of your thigh, your quad. And leave your one hand on the floor. So you reach back with the other hand. Good. And grab your ankle. Can you find it back there? Be careful not to cramp your hamstring. So you bring your heel towards your hip. That's a good stretch. Yeah, and you're flexing your foot. Yep, and then stretch in, pull it in, good. And I'm turning towards it, face the back of that foot, that back foot, good. Breathing, and you're gonna release. And then we're gonna roll over to your one side and swing this leg around and over, creating a twist. Turn away from the television, wrapping your arm around your knee, breathing. So this is a VariYoga sequence, and we link one pose to the next. So here comes the next pose. You turn, take this hand and stretch down, opposite hand, opposite foot. Stretch the leg out. See if you can balance here with me, and take the other arm back. Whoa, good. If you can't get your foot, grab your ankle. If you can't get your ankle, grab your calf. So do what you can to straighten out that leg. And breathe and sit up nice and straight. Stretch up through your spine so you're not rounding back. That's it. And then bend your knee. Turn back to face center. You can turn to face, I was turning sideways. Now we're going to face center and pick up that foot again and stretch it straight out in front of you. Yeah. That's a nice deep stretch for the hamstrings. Now we'll take it out to the side. So wrap your hand around the outside of your foot. Take the other hand to the floor. And move your leg out to the side. You can use your hand on the floor to help support you. Good. And breathe. Here comes a nice one for a forward stretch. Move your foot, the foot that's on the floor, so it can cradle the back of your thigh as you lower that leg down. So I'm just putting my foot right underneath there. You can see my toes. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Come on, extend up with me. And then fold over and grab your ankle. Start with your ankle. See if you can get your ankle here. Inhale, lengthen upward through the spine, and exhale, fold a little more. Can you reach for your toes now? See what you can do. And breathe. So the pressure of your hamstrings down into that foot helps release the fascia of the hamstrings. So the fascia is a tissue that wraps around your muscles. So your foot is pressing into your thigh. Yeah, and then bring yourself back up. And we're going to bend this leg, top leg, and cradle the ankle in the sole of your bottom foot. One more twist. And turn away from the television. Now as I twist here, what you're doing, and you do the same thing, extend from this hip to this knee and push it into the floor. And you'll see as you push it into the floor, it helps you turn your body even more. And breathe. Good. I hope you're joining me. Having some fun with these twists and this floor moves and experimenting and seeing what your body can do. I think so many times we just look at this and go, I can never do that. Well, give it a try. You never know. Come back to center, and then you keep this knee on the floor and swing that leg back. And here we are in the same position we started with, and we're going to switch sides. You place your hands on the floor on the mat. I hope you're using a mat today. Take your legs back and go into your downward dogs. Beautiful. And lift the opposite leg up in the air. And then bring the knee to the floor. We're changing sides, changing direction. Stretch back into your back leg, releasing the hips. Hands on either side of your knee. Take a breath in, lift up, and exhale. Bring yourself forward over that front knee. And then do it again. Bring yourself up as you inhale. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Join me here. Exhale forward. Good. Inhale back up. And 1 more time. Now stay down. Bring your elbows to the floor with you. Good. And just let your torso relax. Let your shoulders relax. And gently rock from side to side, stretching those hips. Yoga is about becoming aware of your body and what it's doing. Stay with your breath. Honor your body too, and honor the journey, so don't force anything. Good. And then bring yourself back up. Yes. We'll bend that back knee. Oh, here we go. Bend that back knee. Flex the foot. And see if you can grab your ankle. Pull your heel in. Gently. Turning a little bit. You can turn and look back at the foot. See if you twist a little bit here. Keep the other hand on the floor. Support you so you don't fall over. And breathe. Beautiful. Now release the foot to the floor. And roll over to your side so you can swing your leg around. See if you can bring it to the outside of your thigh, opposite thigh, and twist. Here we go. turning. Delicious. I love twists. As you know, I've said many times in my shows, twists help with digestion. Twists, they consider the squeeze and soak of the organs of your torso, the internal organs, your kidneys and your spleen and your pancreas and your liver and your intestines, all of it. And then come back to center. Okay, oh, wait a minute, I forgot one. Grab your foot, straighten out your leg. Now, if you can't get the foot, get your ankle. Can't get your ankle, get your calf. See what you can do. Hold on to your foot and take the other arm back. Sit up nice and straight. Lengthen up through your torso. I know this is a big stretch for that leg. See if you can do it. Breathe. Just balance here. It's kind of a fun move, isn't it? Yeah. And now, bend the knee and come to face forward. So I'm going to turn forward and move your knee out to the side to help support you here. And lift your leg back up again. Good. Now some of you may have your knee bent. That's great. Stay right there. If you want to grab your ankle, try that. Try to keep a nice straight spine. And then you hold the outside of your foot and open up to your side. You can set the other hand on the floor if you need to support yourself. And breathe. And then we'll come back and we'll let this leg come down to the floor, but cradle the back of the leg with your sole of your foot straight down. There you go. And that also helps you keep the knee slightly bent so it doesn't press into the floor, you don't lock it. So let's inhale up, lengthen up, and you're going to hinge right at the top of your thighs, right here in your hips, forward, grabbing your ankle, grabbing your toes, and breathing. Just relax your neck. Feel the pressure of your thigh into your foot and the foot supporting the thigh. Keep breathing. Very good. And on an inhale, you sweep your arms back up overhead and hands to the floor. We're going to swing that leg back around again, just like we did on the other side. Swing it back. And there you are, in pigeon. And we'll take our legs back into downward facing dog. Take that pose. Join me here. We'll make something a little more challenging. I want you to come forward right into plank. Can you see that? Just legs straight back, shoulders right over your hands, and then back into your down dog. We'll move forward into plank again, and this time, bring your knees down and lift your chest and come into an up dog, and turn then your toes under and go back into a down dog. Spread those fingers. Distribute the weight in your hands to every part of your fingers. Then come right into up dog and back into down dog. We're going to come into a standing position now. So step your right foot. I'm going to mirror you. Right foot forward. High lunge, this is called. Notice when I brought my foot forward, I have my ankle right under my knee. Do that too. So if the foot's way back here, walk it forward. You can help it. Good. Now your back foot, turn the heel to the floor, like that. Use your breath and come up into a standing warrior. Good. Feel your legs. Whoa, don't fall over like me. It's hard, it's a balance pose. Arms up. Keep your hips facing straight ahead. And breathe. Just hold this with me. Hold this with me. Hold your balance. Breathe, lengthen up through your arms. That's it. And then we release the arms, hinge at your hips, and go down to the floor. Beautiful. Step that front foot back, moving into your down dog, and change sides. Step your other foot forward, plant the ankle right underneath the knee. There you go. Now turn that back heel to the floor. Inhale, all the way up. Find your balance. It's tricky. You can see it for me too. Lengthen upward through your arms, lower downward through your legs. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale here. Breathing. Feel the work of your legs holding you in place. Then release your arms. Like I said, right at the hips here. Hinge. Hands to the floor. Step back. Downward dog. Okay, keep doing this with me. We're doing all these standing poses. I want you to step the other opposite leg forward again. Now this time you notice the knee's bent. Now you're going to straighten it. So you're going to straighten the front knee. and step the back foot forward about 6 inches. So you're just shortening your stance. That's it. Good. Probably feel this all the way at the back of that leg. It's a big stretch. Hold this for a breath or two. You can do it. And then you're going to turn that back heel, the back foot, heel in. And we're going to open up a pose called triangle. You've done this with me before, probably on the show. We sweep this arm up and open to the side, coming up into a beautiful triangle pose, extending up through your fingertips, using the power of your legs, and breathe. Hold it. Relax the neck. If you find that your neck is tight, turn your gaze towards your heart first, and then look up at your hands. Extend through those fingers. It's not your hands are up there hanging out. Bring the energy all the way to the fingers. Good. And then we bring that hand down. Bring it all the way down to the floor. Pivot on your back toes and step back into downward dog. So we use downward dog as the transition pose, and then we step forward with the other leg. Start out with a knee bent and then straighten it. Shorten your stance. Fold over that front foot. Breathe. Remember, the breath continues in and out through your nose. And then turn your heel in. Sweep that arm up and open to triangle. Beautiful. Lengthen up a nice reach through the upper arm. Power in your legs. And then freedom in your spine. Breathe. Again, if you turn up towards your hand and the neck is tight, turn to face straight ahead. This is a great way to get tension out of the neck. You look towards your heart and then up. And then let's bring our hand down. Doing a great job. I hope you're following along. These are poses that strengthen our legs, free our spine. Now change sides again. Step the other foot forward. And we're going to move from warrior one into warrior two. So plant your back heel. Lift up. This is warrior one. The first of the warrior series is one. And then you open up to the side. So you start to move your hips, move your shoulders, and then take your arms out straight, parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Release the shoulders. Sometimes we do this pose and we're up here like this. I want you to drop the shoulders, extend out through your fingertips. That's it. Now join me here. Let's do one more on this side. Reverse warrior. Turn that palm, the front palm open. Lengthen it, reach it up. Hand up as the other arm goes down. And breathe. Yeah. Keep holding it. Keep breathing. You can do it. Okay, let's come back out. Warrior two. That's this one. We turn and face forward. Warrior one. You're doing great. Hinge at your hips right here at the top and bring your hands down. Excellent. High lunge. Now step back, downward facing dog. Whew. Dog becomes a resting pose as we work on these holding these standing poses. Bring your front foot forward. The opposite foot. Turn your heel in. Sweep up into warrior one. Yeah. And hold. So lots of times we do these shows, you're getting all the classic beginner poses. Well, I'm making this one a little more challenging. So you're getting the classic standing strengthening poses. And at any time, if your heart rate's getting going and you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore, stop. Take a break. You don't have to stay with it and be hard on yourself. Turn your front palm open. Reach up with that front hand and back with the back hand, down the back of your leg. Keep your front knee bent and breathe. Reach up. Breathe. Look up. As long as you hold your balance. Yeah. Bet you can feel your heart beating. Bring your arms parallel to the floor again, just like you do warrior two. And then you turn and face forward. Lift your arms up and then come back down to the floor. Step back, downward dog. Come forward into your plank again. Good, and then back. Okay, I've got a little side one to do here. It's really fun. Go forward in a plank again, and back in your dog. What you're gonna do is take your right leg, I'm gonna mirror you, right foot over to the side, move your right hand in the middle, and lift up. Plant that foot firmly to the floor. Lift the left arm towards the ceiling. Hold it, breathe. Then bring your hand down. Go into your transition pose of downward facing dog. Change sides. Take the other leg out to the side and open up into a side plank. Isn't that fun? Breathe. Hope you're joining me. And then bring your hand down, downward dog. Let's bring our knees to the mat. Oh, you probably want to break. I do. And sit back, knees apart. And I'm just gonna fold forward. You do the same thing. It's pose of a child. And bring yourself back up. Yeah, wow, those are strong standing poses, aren't they? We're gonna come back up to standing. And this time, stand in the middle of your, I asked you to use a mat, so I hope you are. Stand in the middle of your mat in the pose called Tadasana. That's an easy standing pose. Your feet are fist width apart. Yeah, your legs are parallel. Good. We do this little moon salutation, VariYoga moon salutation. Turn your palms open, so we'll keep our legs just the way they are, and bring your arms up. You can look up. I know I have a tall, long reach here, so. And then exhale, bring your arms back down again. Just that. Good. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Exhale, arms down. Now this time you're gonna take your arms up. I'm gonna mirror you. And then bring your right hand to the side and just lean over. So press into that left foot. Just keep leaning, reaching with the left arm, getting a good lateral stretch here. Excellent. And then back up again and go the other way. Left hand down the side of your thigh and reach over. Breathe. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And then bring your arms back up. And we'll twist, upper bodies twist. Take the arms apart, parallel, and look back towards the television. And then look away from the television towards your backhand. And then turn back to face TV, and then bring your arms in front. Let's go the opposite way. Twist, look forward first, and then turn and look back, and then forward, and come back to center. Beautiful. Now take the arms up overhead and just do a little mini back bend. You take your arms back without hurting your low back. Look up. And then come back to center and bend forward. Bend the knees, soften the knees, and fold forward. Good. That was one sequence. Let's do it again. Inhale, use the power of your legs. Bring yourself up. Beautiful. Exhale, bring your arms down. One more time. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. And exhale, bring your arms back down. And we go again, inhale up. We'll release the right hand, reach over, stretch this side body. And back up again. And the other side. Beautiful. You know what, I think why people feel so good after yoga. I mean, you saw me we did some strength posing today. Let me go do these slow, gentle stretches. You stretch your body. And you think about your day. Think about your day and what you do. And you get in your car, get out of bed, sit down at the breakfast table, eat breakfast, get in your car, sit down again, sit down at the office. I mean, just sit, sit, sit. And there's not this big range of motion that you need to do for your shoulders, for your hips, for your body. You need to do that, especially as we get older, because it keeps circulation. We don't injure ourselves as readily when we have that flexibility. Take your feet a little wider. Bring your arms up again. Do one here for the shoulders. I want you to reach behind your head with your right hand. Grab your right elbow and just gently pull your elbow to the midline. And you're just stretching. Now you're going to lean over to your left to stretch down into that right side of your torso. There you go. And then back up again. Straighten your arms up. Bend the other one. Good. We're coming near the end here. Here it goes. It goes so fast. So I really appreciate you taking time for yourself, for allowing the benefits of yoga to help you. Bring your arms out in front. Let's just cross our arms and give ourselves a nice big self-hug. And in yoga, there's a word we use at the end of class. I do sometimes use it even when I send my emails. Namaste, N-A-M-A-S-T-E. And my translation is, I honor you and where you are and who you are. And you honor me. And when we're in that place together, there's that place of quiet and peace and joy. It's a greeting. It's a greeting of just respect. So come down to the floor. We're finishing. And I really appreciate, again, that you took time for yourself. So I will bring my hands together in a mudra called Anjali, which means to honor and to respect. And from my heart to yours, thank you for joining me. Namaste. And release your hands. Open your palms and just close your eyes. Let's feel the energy of your hands releasing and relaxing. And just stay with your breath.